Well, in this case, it's good morning from Columbus, Maryland. Just couldn't get it done tonight. They go down to West Virginia, 69-59. Terps wrap up the season 28-7. It's a bit of an overachieving season for Maryland. It's still disappointing. I was in the locker room, and I might get some of that video up later, but it was just a sad, end of the road type of a scene. This is Wayne Viener for CBS Sports Radio 1300 in Baltimore. Now, Bruce is away from the camera this evening. It's just, these are always difficult, but when you have a season where you had one point guard who played almost every minute and he gets hurt, as what happened tonight with Mello, really wasn't an option to turn to. And even when he was in the game, Maryland seemed to be losing ground later in the game. Overall, Maryland shoots 54% in the first half, 40.9, that's 9 of 22 in the second, and they shoot 21 of 44 overall. Three-pointers, they go 8 of 19, 42%, and free throws 9 of 13. Statistically, it's not a bad game. One of the places where Maryland didn't get it done seemed to me was the rebounds, although they end up even. It just for a stretch there seemed like West Virginia got second shot after second shot, 14 offensive boards for West Virginia. Huggy had the defense cranked up. It seemed to start to get to Maryland. You can't simulate the speed and chaos that full court defense put on the Terps, and quite frankly, the Terps just don't have that many ball handlers. If it wasn't Mello, Dez wasn't too hot tonight. 3 of 8 from the floor, 1 of 2 beyond the arc, makes 2 free throws, has 8 turnovers, has 9 points. It just didn't happen. And even with everything that was going wrong, as Maryland trailed into the second half and the time started to tip away there, Jake came up with a chance to make a three-point play, misses a free throw. Evan playing point forward. There was a turnover you could almost see coming, and it just didn't happen tonight. But it's been a great year. You can't really take away the fact that 28-7, so much better than what the expectations were for Maryland. Mello, boy, did he exceed the expectations of everybody. He was as good and better than one would have hoped. And as I said a few seconds ago, it's just so difficult when the team that you followed your whole life, and certainly all season, and we were in Chicago last week, we're here in Columbus, and we're talking about who was going to go to Cleveland for Maryland to take on Kentucky, and then it just doesn't happen. And, anybody who's watched this knows, and this is absolutely true for Bruce and everybody, including Mason, is back home. Everybody's just ready to cry because it's over and our team lost. And as they take down the banners behind me here in Columbus, I want to thank everybody, including Meyer Consulting Engineers of Rockville. Meyer Consulting Engineers. In the past 5 years, our organization has completed over 1,300 projects in the U.S. and abroad, including many structures at the University of Maryland. For structural engineering and materials testing and inspection, call Meyer Consulting Engineers. So for the last time for this season, Maryland loses 69-59 to West Virginia. Congratulations to the Mountaineers. Coach Huggins, especially Coach Billy Hahn, who was at Maryland for so long. This is Wayne Viener for Bruce Posner and our Baltimore-based crew for CBS Sports 1300, signing off on the 2014-2015 season and saying good night or good morning from Columbus, Ohio.
We hit Terminus!